All right. Hello, hello. We are back on Shuten Order. I promise the title screen will pop up at some point. I'm just not playing with it this time, you know. I kept wanting to do the whole like, and here it is, and every single time I got it wrong. So we're back on Shuten Order. We are back on Honoka Kokushikan's route. So what have we done so far? We romanced all three of the Kokushikan triplets. So we romanced me, we romanced Kika, and we romanced Yua. The problem is that we need to do the ritual with Honoka, who we thought was one of those three, only to find out, based on the fact that none of them have a tattoo on their back, it's none of them. So we're fucked. And we're about to die, basically, because we've been poisoned. Honoka gave us a poison in order to make us play this game. So things are not looking very good for us. I also just realized I don't have water, so there's going to be a break right here. Apologies. All right. Through the power of editing, we now have water. Um, power of editing, or, like power of OBS, it's fine. Let's go ahead and get into it, because we're about to die. And this is not going to be good for us, I assume. So, whew.
Hold on, May. What's going on?
Himeru, Mikotoru, this is terrible. Yua didn't have the tattoo. Yeah, we know. I can't believe that. Honestly, I say this with as much love as I have. What have these two done for me? Like, are you telling me that none of them could have checked to see if she had the tattoo? Like, any of them? Are they literally just sitting here watching, waiting for us to do things? That's all they can do? Because, the hell?
The headphone girl was the last one, wasn't she? Why doesn't she have the tattoo?
I don't think that all three of them are hiding their tattoos. In other words, none of them are Honoka. Then where did she go? Has she dressed up as another student? No, that's impossible. She told me.
I'll be waiting at the academy. Let's start with our first meeting. Find the girl named Kokushikan at the academy and make her fall for you.
And the only Kokushikans in this school are the triplets. Even Shika told me that Honoka's one of them. Huh. Wait, did she say so?
Rule number 1. Miss Honoka Kokushikan is on the school premises.
Huh?
Moreover, she is among the people you've already met. That rule might have been fake from the start.
No way. In that case, the whole game would be a sham. Are you saying that she didn't intend to play the game with me from the start? Still, her goal is unknown. This is a lot of rigmarole just to poison you. There are so many easier ways to kill you. Yeah, what is the point of this? Like, is she still just wanting her fairy tale romance? Because, like, I don't remember in any of the fairy tale things the princess being real hard to figure out who she is. Right? It's not like the prince went around kissing other dead bodies before Snow White. I hope. I don't know. Maybe that is what's in there.
Then what's the meaning of this? It makes no sense.
So long as we don't know the answer, we're in a pinch. Anyway, what we do know is that I failed. Today was my last chance. Ugh, there's no more time. I'm really going to die.
Hey, Mikotoru, in this situation, should we just give up and end it?
No, not yet. We need more clues before we end it.
Huh?
What are you talking about? Huh?
Nay, someone's here. We'll hide, so go ahead and open the door.
This time, it might even be Honoka herself. No, that's impossible. I mean, I don't think we have a choice. We have to open it, otherwise nothing happens. So,
Good evening, Mr. Shimobe.
are you from the Ministry of Education? But you're a girl, and these are the boys' dorms.
Don't worry about such details. I received something from my boss.
A letter? Then inside it is.
Don't misunderstand. There's no antidote inside.
What? But.
She told you that today was your last chance. However, I believe this chance is still in effect.
Huh?
Please see the letter for details. And there is one more message from my boss. The rules are absolute. There is no falsehood here.
Hmm?
I'll be on my way then. Nay, read the letter first.
Yes, although small, what she said gave me hope. Yeah, right. We've reached the climax. Let's check the answers. Did you pin me down? Do you know who I am? When you know the answer, come to the flower bed. And this time, I want you to carry out the ritual to the end. I'll be waiting. I believe that you'll drive me crazy even more. Your fated lover, Honoka Kokushikan. P.S. I've truly enjoyed these 3 days. This is.
That's good news, Lei. You got another chance. If she called you out, then it means the real Honoka is here and you'll meet her.
But it looks like she needs to guess who Honoka is. Do you have any idea?
If the rules are true, it's one of those three. If the odds are 3 to 1, why not just choose haphazardly?
Haphazardly. I mean, that feels like a really big risk to take, because I mean, we're still talking. If it's 1 and 3, we're still talking 33%. But I'm also not sure that one of the Kokushikans is Honoka. Maybe I'm thinking too far out of the box, right? Maybe I'm expecting a twist that isn't going to happen. But it didn't say that Honoka was one of the triplets. And she's hoping that she'll notice her. So I'm expecting it to be someone like Shikakuon. But I think we've seen her back. That doesn't mean that, like, it couldn't be makeup. Um, we're not gonna agree with Himiru. I remembered something.
What is it, Lei?
I remembered a clue about Honoka. Something that Shika said 2 days ago. After picking one girl, how do I confirm she really is Honoka?
Good question. You will need to figure that out for yourself. I'm sure you've already found a clue.
I kept thinking that it was about the tattoo on her back, but none of them had one.
Then it means that Honoka's a different student, no?
That would be a violation of the rules. It must be a Kokushikan that I'd already met by the time I spoke to Shika. Are you saying that the tattoo wasn't a hint to help you find Honoka? Yes. This makes the most sense considering that none of them had a tattoo. Besides, it's only our assumption that the photo was a hint. So we can also assume that it was a trap. But Shika said she was sure that I had already found the clue. So there is something, a hint that we're missing. Something that we're missing. Please don't make me figure it out. That was like a week ago that I played that.
I'll be waiting at the academy. Let's start with our first meeting. Find a girl named Kokushikan at the academy and make her fall for you.
Are there any other girls named Kokushikan in this school?
Just us three. Why do you ask? I've been waiting for you, Mr. Deishimobe. It's an honor to meet you again.
Again! Again! Wait, I think she explained that one. Never mind.
My big sister will be so disappointed when she sees me up there. When I told my big sis about this, she went to a street stall to buy puppets for me. Yes, I'm from the Ministry of Education after all, and I'm watching you closely.
Could it be... What is it, babe? I might have found out who Honoka Kokushikan is. What did you say?
Who is it?
I'm off to meet Honoka Kokushikan. Am I right? Is it Shika, or am I so horrifically off base that I would have died here?
Huh? Hold on. Nay!
Like, it's gotta be Shika, right?
Nay!
Honoka Kokushikan, you're here, right?
It's a beautiful night, isn't it? The end of the world seems like a lie. On a night like this, I want to spend it with someone I love. Don't you think, Mr. Leishimobe?
Will you show yourself?
No, I can't do that yet. I'm disguised as a certain person that I've been playing for 3 days. I can only show myself when you guess who that certain person is. Let's check the answers. This is the finishing touch for the school romance.
If I guess right and carry out the ritual, I'll get the antidote, right? And you will also tell me about the founder's murder, right?
Yes, my promise stays unchanged. But there's only about 30 minutes until the drug takes effect. Can you give me the correct answer by then?
Yes. I know the answer already.
I expected nothing less from the detective whom I'd fallen in love with at first sight. Answer then. Shoot me in the heart. Who am I now? Me, Kika, or Yua?
I can't make a mistake here. This is an important decision. I mean, I didn't get Shika as an option. I feel like I'm so far off base just based off of how they're presenting this. For these 3 days, Honoka Kokushikan has been disguised as. Oh, they give me the option. I'm going with my gut. I'm gonna say it's gotta be Shikakuan. No, you aren't one of those three.
Oh, is that because you didn't find the tattoo on their backs? But that's a problem. In that way, you excluded all Kokushikans. I told you, find a girl named Kokushikan at the academy. Pardon my rudeness, but it's contradictory, Mr. Shimobe.
It isn't. And please don't mislead me. You just lied. But it's also the truth that I've been misunderstanding something this whole time.
What did I lie about? Hmm? Handsome detective?
Um, I mean, technically, both of. If I'm right, technically it's both of these, right? Because I assume, and this might be a kanji thing. I assume that Shikakuan might be the same kanji, just rearranged. Um, in the same way that Shikakuan is an anagram for Kokushikan. Um, so I guess we'll say that I had to find a Kokushikan. You said find a girl named Kokushikan at the academy.
How is that a lie?
Well, you see, sorry, my bad. Let me think once again. Oh, well, okay, never mind. All right, that I excluded all the Kokushikans. You said that I excluded all the Kokushikans.
But you said it yourself, that me, Kika, and Yua are not me.
No, what I meant was that they aren't all of the Kokushikan sisters. Isn't that right, Miss Honoka Kokushikan? You're the fourth Kokushikan, the eldest sister.
Why do you think so?
I recalled what the triplets said. Did I actually catch that one? Me, I'll hope you'll get to create wonderful poems. Your big sis.
My big sister will be so disappointed when she sees me up there. When I told my big sis about this, she went to a street stall to buy puppets for me.
All of them had a big sis, which means that none of them is the eldest. Yeah! So I could only come to one conclusion, that there are more than three of you. But the older sister isn't a student of this academy anymore. That's why Yua said, are there any other girls named Kokushikan in this school?
Just us three. Why do you ask?
When I asked her if there are any other girls named Kokushikan in this school, she could have only said that there are none. And you are the eldest, Honoka. Or rather, here should I call you Shikakon from the Ministry of Education. Yes. Ha! Take that. Grabbing your heart and solving your mystery. I'm on cloud nine again. Like, it is stupid how excited I've gotten from this game, and I'm aware of it. So,
You showed yourself. So, was I right? No, Mr. Leishimobe. I came out because you called me. I can't tell if you were right. My boss may be hiding somewhere around here. And you know that, right? There's no tattoo on my back.
I told you to quit trying to mislead me in that clumsy way. I've already realized that the tattoo wasn't a clue.
Oh, have you?
The picture in Honoka's room was laid out in the open. That was probably a trap. Either the tattoo's placement was a lie, or you can hide it very well. Whichever it is, that was only to confuse me. It was a decoy.
I see. A picture can be easily edited, can't it? In that case, you have no grounds to indicate that it's me, correct?
Exactly. I just can't exclude you from the candidates, that's all.
No, that would have an opposite effect and work to my disadvantage. But that's true. If the tattoo isn't the proof anymore, then you lose even the grounds to assume none of the triplets is my boss. Then why do you think it's me? Why do you think I'm Honoka Kokushikan? Let me hear the reason. I won't accept it as the correct answer until you do. Your current answer doesn't quite tug on my boss's heartstrings enough.
If I don't make her fall for me, I won't get the antidote, right?
Exactly. Answer me. Why do you think I'm Honoka Kokushikan? Do you have decisive proof?
I mean, is an anagram considered decisive proof? Because that's, I think, the only other proof that I have. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, and I can't think of anything. Other than the fact that she's known exactly what was going on at all times. But she could just be from the Ministry of Education, right? We don't know enough about this world to know, like, are they spies? Maybe. But she's also known her sisters well enough to be able to tell us about them. And granted, I guess, like, a person on the outside could be able to do that. It's not decisive proof in the same way that, like, Ace Attorney feels, though. I don't know, do I? Fuck it. Let's hope that Nay's got something. Of course, I have decisive proof. Okay, we shouted that. I don't feel good about that.
Then what is it? Huh?
Sorry, my bad. Let me think once again. Okay.
Why do you...
Okay. I don't have decisive proof. Unfortunately, I don't. I just thought maybe I'd missed something, but finding out that I didn't miss anything, like, okay.
I have many small hints. Small? Each one of them is tiny.
Their grounds are really meager, but together they form proof indicating the truth. Isn't it the clue that you said I'd already found?
Show me then. Show me the proof.
The first hint is how we met. There was a great difference in how I met the triplets and you. I don't know what the difference between these answers are. It was the first time we met. I mean, if we're going on the again thing, then it was the first time we met. When I met the triplets for the first time, none of them knew my name.
So what? Is there something important about that?
Very important. That's what Honoka said. I'll be waiting at the academy. Neither me, Kika, or Yua had been waiting for me. It was obvious they didn't know me, but you were different.
I've been waiting for you, Mr. Daishimobe. It's an honor to meet you again. That was a figure of speech. You can interpret those words in any way you want.
Yes, if that was all. But let's move on to the second hint. There's a certain thing that I received from Honoka.
A certain thing? What is that?
The letters. I don't know what the syringe I mean, anyone could have sent me a syringe. We'll go with the letters.
I've received 3 letters from Honoka so far. There were 2 hints in them. Oh, in which letters? Let's begin with the third letter. I've truly enjoyed these 3 days. It can be interpreted as Honoka meeting me for 3 days. Actually, this letter made me realize the truth. I remembered that there was one more person except the triplets who was meeting me. It was you, Shika. You wrote that postscript to make me notice, didn't you? And what's the next hint? It was in the second letter. I'm watching you, no matter where you are. These words, I heard them from another person today as well. From you. Yes, I'm from the Ministry of Education after all, and I'm watching you closely. A coincidence? Maybe. But I thought of something else. Like the letters, it was another hint to get me to notice the real one. Isn't that a bit of a stretch? Besides, it felt a bit unnatural for Honoka to be one of the triplets. Oh? She wanted an obstacle that would help ignite the flames of love and deadly romance. If she was one of the triplets, I could simply guess and have a 1 in 3 chance of being right. Would you really leave it to chance after going as far as to poison me? For me, it's a very inconsistent demeanor. I bet that if it's Honoka, she would have created a situation where her opponent would need to think thoroughly in order to find the answer. Considering these, it's hard to assume that Honoka is one of the triplets. And if she's not one of them, you are the only one left. Rule number 1. Miss Honoka Kokushikan is on the school premises. Moreover, she's among the people you've already met. You're the last person that I had met before you explained the rules to me. Mr. Leishimobe, you're forgetting about one important fact. My boss said find a girl named Kokushikan at the academy. But my name is Shikakuan, not Kokushikan. You can't just accuse me of using a fake name. You need to find the girl with the right name to complete it.
She's sure obstinate. One last effort.
Has my founder's intuition come back? My thoughts feel so much clearer than before. I can do this now. That dubiousness will be solved by the last hint. Go ahead. There are 4 minutes left until the drug takes effect. Better hurry up.
Ugh. Now that she mentioned it, I'm dizzy. And my heart is racing. Is that like pre-death clarity is what we're feeling? I feel great. Oh shit, I'm dying.
I can't make a mistake here. There's no coming back. I have to answer seriously. I'll say it once again. My name is Shikakuan, not Kokushikan.
Shikakuan is Kokushikan. No, you are Kokushikan.
I don't understand. How come?
It's an anagram. You must be familiar, changing the order of letters to make wordplay. Shikakuan. If you change the orders of the letters, you get Kokushikan. Shika, you are Kokushikan. That's your style, conjurer of words, the information manipulator. These hints were extremely tiny, but put together they paint a bigger picture. How's that? Will you accept it and take off that mask? Good job, detective. I was right about you. Yay! Okay, that is a creepy way to peel off the mask, but... Yes, I'm Honoka Kokushikan. Mr. Shinobe, I believed that you would find the right answer. Yes, I guessed right. I pinned down Honoka Kokushikan. I believed that you could overcome any difficulty, no matter how hopeless or obscure the situation you find yourself in. I knew you'd try to understand me and find me. Okay, I have a question of how she got all that hair under that little bob wig, but this is fiction, I know. I expected no less from the person I've fallen for. Huh? She looks like she's suffocating. The poison! Are we out of time?
Damn, I have to confess. Carry out the ritual and get the antidote.
I think we're gonna confess. I don't think we have an option here. We're both gonna die if we don't.
No good. I'm feeling the effects of the poison too. Honoka, I love.
Well,
My consciousness faded suddenly as if someone cut it off. Time's up. There's no way out. I'm going to die. Just as that thought crossed my mind. Huh? I felt my body being held softly in someone's arms.
are we going to get a kiss too? Yay!
Huh? Mr. Ne Shinobe, don't die. You can't die yet. But my time. This is the antidote against the poison we've been administered. This is.
Well, I mean, that's one way to get someone to take a pill.
Why? I haven't performed the ritual yet. I wonder. This is against the rules. But my body moved before I could think. A part of me may have broken. No. Could this be
True love? I don't think it is based on like all the things you don't know, but you know.
Huh? It's illogical, impulsive, and emotional. Everyone goes crazy when they fall in love. I love you so intensely that nothing else matters. There's a painful heat in my chest. My logic device is about to burn to a crisp. That's how much I love you.
You know, it's kind of nice to be the one confessed to for once. Like, I've done so much confessing.
Honoka, I've been at your mercy.
I have no idea what you're thinking. You put me in some pretty tough spots. I mean, did she actually give me the antidote? Because if she didn't, we're still going with the I still love you. Also, I've got to kill her at the end, so is it really that bad if I tell her I love her and then murder her? Because she murdered me. We'll go with it.
But I still love you. Liar. I don't need your kindness if it's based off a lie.
I'm sorry. I'll be honest. After all that you've done to me, I honestly can't fall in love with you right now.
But as I said before, I have something to do. I have no time for love. But your feelings have reached me. When this is all through, if you have time to talk, I will do my best to understand you, even a little. Thank you. No matter what you feel, I'm serious. That's enough for now. Mr. Deisumobe, I love you. Can I understand her? As her lover? As the founder of the Shuten Order? No, in another way. As a detective who exposes her crime and condemns her. Why did Honoka Kokushikan kill the founder? Did she have to? I have to make it clear, so that I can survive, and to save this country, to bring things back to how they used to be.
Now we're the one that she has to figure out. Help us for our Foundation Day project. Oh, we're kind of cute. Like, don't get me wrong, this has been an absolute enemies to lovers kind of thing. And we're still at the enemies phase, kind of, but
Nay, everything was just as you said.
what do you mean?
The reason why I appeared as Shikakuan, who shouldn't have been on your radar?
Oh,
I've been pursuing a deadly romance, just as you said. I wanted nothing left to luck. Every word, thought, and behavior was carefully chosen, all to make you consider them and discover the truth. I thought that unless I went that far, my mad love wouldn't have been
satiated by you. I can read.
That's why you put the picture with the tattoo on your back, to mislead me. Yes, in fact, I do have a tattoo, but not on my back.
Congratulations. You sure fooled me. By the way, where exactly is your tattoo?
As a rule, it's supposed to be secret, but I suppose I can make a special exception for you. To tell you the truth, it's here.
Huh? There?
Yes, on my chest.
Do you want to confirm it? I mean, if you're giving the option. Don't give me this option. I'm horrible. Yes. Yes, I want to. No, I can't. I think I'm good. Why am I shaking? I'm a girl too. Pretending to be a guy for so long may have made things a bit awkward.
I don't mind though, as long as it's you.
It's no time for flirting. I have to interrogate her about the incident and. Right, I almost forgot.
What happened?
The triplets. They're looking for me to redo the ritual.
Oh, that. Don't worry about it. Those three are me.
What? What did you say?
Those three are me. They don't exist.
Excuse me?
Each one, me, Kika, and Yua, was played by me. I wore their masks, changed my voice, behavior, and way of thinking to create them.
How did you show up in two places at once? Because Kika and me and Yua showed up in the same places.
Just like Shikakon. I'm good at disguising and acting because of my work.
But they exist. I met them. Talked to them. I was with two of them at the same time, too.
Have you really seen them together? Are you sure it wasn't just one of them you could see?
Huh? Now that you say that.
Understand now, Day? Basically, this is how I did it.
I thought there were two because I heard two voices.
Do you get it, Bay? This is it.
Me?
Do you believe me now? Our souls have always been together.
No way. So when they were sick with jealousy too.
Yes, that was the reaction resulting from simulating their personalities. So the correct answer to the question, who's Honoka, was also everyone. However, if you chose only one haphazardly, it wouldn't count as the correct answer.
I get your logic, but I'm somewhat not convinced just yet. There were students who knew the triplets, though. Did you arrange all that?
I haven't only acted as the triplets, but as
Everyone in this academy, what the hell? What?
both male and female students, and as the ministry staff disguised as students.
Huh? Like, huh? What? Even those boys? And all the staff? I'm from the Ministry of Education. I came to deliver my master's order.
Everything was a mask.
A mask?
I explained before. The students must wear masks hiding part of their faces.
That's true. Everyone had a mask, but they had different physiques.
That was a mask as well. A special body mask made by the ministry, an item allowing you to dress up as anything. Originally, it was a disguise tool to be used during our spy missions. By wearing it or taking it off, I could act as any student in this academy.
God.
By the way, this isn't even a school.
What?
There's no such thing as Shuten Academy. This building belongs to the ministry for a certain reason, and I used it as a school.
Oh, so
No, wait! You said Shuten Academy? I don't remember a school like that in this country.
but I don't see any students anywhere. Is this really a school? Shit, she's so good! There's no one here either. I know there aren't many students here, but don't you think there are too few? Like, holy shit! That explains why there were almost no students and why Mikotoru hadn't heard of it. I don't think I should be surprised by anything at this point. Seriously, like, Girl has been about 19 steps ahead of us and waiting for us to catch up.
All of this for a dating game? Honoka Kokushikan really is twisted. I'm sorry, Day. Even though it was to experience school love with you, I lied. I'm really sorry.
I mean, I'm so impressed, like, sure, I'll forgive you. No, that's fine. I was surprised a little. To begin with, that's not even the worst thing you did to me. I mean, that too.
It's meaningless to get mad at you at this point.
I just can't believe that me and the others don't exist. All three of them felt so real.
No, they were there. They were fabricated, but at the same time, they were me. I needed to act as a spy ever since I was born. That was my role. Depending on the mission, I'd become someone else. I had many faces and many lives. As I kept doing that, I lost the notion of my own self. When my body and heart became someone else, where was my real self? One day, I realized it. Even if I was playing someone else, their personality and background were still mine. It was actually a good thing. I could live an average life in many different ways. Sometimes I was a spy, sometimes I was a minister, and sometimes I was a student having problems expressing what I felt and what I loved.
Honoka's been living her whole life far from how she desired. By changing into someone else, she could forget that reality for a little while.
I like masks. I need to cover my face, but at the same time, I can become someone else. I can be whoever I want, someone I'm not. That's why I like masks.
Did you want to fall in love like those three?
Did I? Okay, it seems like we feel better already. Shall we start?
Start what?
Have you forgotten about your own job? We promise that I'll tell you all I know about the incident if you seduce me. Right, handsome detective?
Oh, that's right. Please tell me. So many things happened that I almost forgot about my own goal.
Shall we go somewhere else? I know a place perfect for such talk.
Okay, let's go. Finally, I'll hear the story about the incident. I'll get to know the truth about the founder's death. The library? Are we going to talk here?
No, we're heading there.
There, meaning. Is that one of those heavy doors that can't be opened? Is that the whole reason for that thing? Let me talk to her again.
Mr. Shimobe, we're heading over there.
Over there. Could it be? Okay, I'm also curious what she says about any of these. Okay, never mind. Okay, so she's just gonna say the same thing until I figure it out. By any chance, are we heading to the unopenable door? Are we going inside?
Yes, that's right. This place is only accessible to a select few people. But you're special, Mr. Shimobe.
That sounded like a lot of locks.
What could be up ahead?
Am I going to be alright? Won't she lock me up, torture me, and kill me?
Rest assured, Mr. Shimobe, I won't lock you up, torture you, or kill you.
Am I that easy to read?
Let's go. This is the only place where we can talk about the incident.
Right. Even without the poison, I don't have much time left. I've come this far. This is no reason to head. This is no time to hesitate. Let's go then. It's fine. I'm just reading the things on the screen that aren't there. I'm not gonna lie, I am a little concerned. And now we're going to be locked in here together. This is... Oh, wow. Holy shit. There's a lot more books in here.
Welcome to the Great Library of the Ministry of Education.
Great library. Such a huge space underground. There's countless books here.
I told you that we own this building for a certain reason. This is the reason, hiding and managing this, the Great Library.
Hide the library. What for?
Every book that has ever existed in Shuten is kept here. Among them are also books that the average order member can't see, the forbidden books.
Forbidden books.
You don't need to know them. No, you shouldn't know the information they contain.
Information control, huh? I feel like I sneaked a peek at the ministry's dark side.
It isn't an exaggeration to say that all the knowledge of Shuten is stored here.
All the knowledge of Shuten.
The materials on the incident I'm pursuing are also here. The clues collected with the ministry's information network that only I know.
By incident, you're referring to the founder's murder, right?
Yes, that's right. I will disclose them to you at your request because you're special. But as I mentioned before, I'd rather the incident remained unsolved. I only gathered the intel as it's my duty. We have to sort the wheat from the chaff. It's up to you whether you can use the information stored here.
I know. That's my job. I'm really just an amateur, though.
You can question me, you can browse the documents, start wherever you want to. Please show me the skills of the great detective.
All right. Let's start looking around.
You can freely browse the books. Let me know if there's a book you need. I know everything about this collection, so I can find anything you need.
Everything. Then all of these books.
I read them all. How else would I know what's in them?
That's incredible. Okay. This book is The History of Sacrifices, Part 1. Long ago, to maintain global harmony, a custom was observed for a great period of time. It was to sacrifice an order member's life to the world, the custom of sacrifice. Its origin traces back to the founding of this nation, established by the founder. Long ago, the founder sought to purify the corrupt land and revive the dying sun. However, his virtue alone wasn't enough to perform that miracle. To make up for this, it became necessary to demand sacrifices from the people. Sacrifices meant offerings, and not just a few. The miracle required hundreds of lives. Even knowing this, not a single follower tried to escape. On the contrary, many of them volunteered, hoping to become offerings themselves. They were all devout believers who trusted in the order and the who trusted in the founder and the teachings of the order. As a result, several hundreds of people were offered in sacrifice. Holy shit! What is this place?
With time, the offerings have long since ceased. But we must never forget that this nation exists today thanks to those heroes. Blessed be the Shuten Order.
Volunteering to be a sacrifice for the founder and the world? That's fanatical. Huh? But why would the Shuten Order, who desires the end, try to protect the world? So this book is about the legendary murderer? The legendary murderer who shook all of Shuten. They were so unique that many urban legends arose, and their true nature was long unknown. After investigation, the truth has finally come to light and is recorded here. Let's begin with the first incident that sparked the famous legend. It was discovered that the murderer behind it was an early type droid. It is truly astounding that it was still operational at the time. Those models were known for frequent system malfunctions and many initial defects. The model that later became a murderer was an industrial droid used for excavation. As expected, it also had a critical defect. Its violent behavior caused incidents at work, injuring and killing other droids. After inspection, it was deemed difficult to repair and scheduled for disposal. However, due to a clerical error, it was sold off cheaply as a service droid. The buyer was the amusement park involved in the incident. The droid was working in the park wearing costumes and handing out balloons. And on its very first day, it caused the infamous incident. Think about, you murder someone on your first day of work. I've had a bad first day at work, but nothing on that scale. The droid was originally an excavation machine, so a rock drill was its weapon. Its built-in drill had never been disposed of and remained intact.
This can be seen as a tragic incident brought about by negligent management, and thus the infamous murderer was born. After the incident, the murderer fled the scene but broke down a few days later. It was later discovered that it had died unnoticed deep in the forest near the border. Saying that a droid died feels weird to me. The murderer responsible for those horrific serial killings had already died. Aside from the first incident, the string of murders that claimed dozens of victims must have been the work of a different entity than the early type droid. So, who is the murderer later designated as a unique heretic by the Ministry of Security? Although mysteries remain unsolved, this concludes the report on the murderer responsible for the first incident. It will also be shared with the Ministry of Security to aid in security maintenance. A legendary murderer. So, this country has faced horrible incidents. So, this book is about God? To us, God is.
Honyadada. Lots of Honyadada.
Huh? What's this? Most of the pages are blacked out. A prank? Or maybe. Oh, there are traces of someone's writing on this page. We believe only in ourselves. What could it mean? Not to believe in anything other than the Shuten order.
Alright, that seems questionable to me.
What's this? Oh, that?
That's my arm. Like, that is my arm.
The founder's left arm.
Uh, an arm? Is it really mine?
Oh, a detective isn't used to the sight of dead bodies.
Well, my own. I mean, I've never seen a corpse.
What a weird detective you are. But that incoherency of yours is charming too. Really? The ministers have split the founder's body among themselves to store it, and I have received his left arm.
Did she really only get my left arm?
If she's the culprit, she must have my torso as well.
But why did the culprit only take my torso? And hanging onto my dismembered body? These people aren't normal. I guess that's just another quirk of the Shuten order. And the fact that this is my body just isn't sinking in.
Have you noticed anything looking at this arm?
Huh? Well, hmm? There's a string on the wrist. What is it? A ribbon? Um, would the founder usually wear such a ribbon?
No. As far as I know, he's never been seen with such an ornament.
Then did the culprit tie it on the body?
Even if they did, I can't see what for.
It must be a good luck charm. But why would someone put it on a dead body?
Hard to explain, isn't it? There's no such ritual in the Order's doctrine. But since it might be a clue, I left it on the body.
Hmm? Hold on, there's something more. On the back of his hand. If you look closely, there's some black powder stuck to it. Ash? Why would there be ash here?
The founder may have been killed in a place with ash.
Ash. A place with ash. Like an incinerator?
Or a charcoal burner's hut. Fireplace.
None of these sound convincing. I think Honoka's probably trying to mislead me. Am I just making up that fireworks were a part of the festival that night? Because that could be where ash is from, right? Yep, that's my left arm. What's this notebook? The investigation at the cathedral.
I gathered some information from the location where the founder was last seen. I was close at the time of the crime, at the square.
Was she going to cover up facts inconvenient to her?
You suspect me, don't you? You're wondering if I was destroying evidence.
Oh, no, I wouldn't.
Don't worry. Even if I was doing that, I wouldn't hide it from you.
That's what they all say.
I want you to know everything about me.
Thanks for that.
By the way, I found something very interesting at the cathedral.
Interesting?
First, a knife was found in a trash can near the cathedral.
A knife? Was that the murder weapon?
It's possible, but even I don't know the details yet. After all, we didn't get a hold of the knife ourselves.
So, you don't have it.
Correct. All I have are the reports from my subordinates. The discovered knife is being kept by a certain minister.
A certain minister? Who?
Yugen Ushitora.
Yugen Uchitora from the Ministry of Health? But what does he need the knife for?
I don't know the reason. It is interesting, though, to think one of the suspects is keeping an item that's likely the murder weapon.
You're right, that is suspicious. But I can't say anything without examining the real thing. This is a map of Shuten. You can see that Central Park is exactly in the middle of the country.
As you know, this is where the founder's body was discovered. According to Kichiru Inugami from the Ministry of Justice, who found it, I fell asleep in the park after the pre-party on National Foundation Day. I woke up to find a dead body sliced to pieces. There are nasty rumors about him, so we do not know how much of it we can believe.
You don't exactly lose to him in terms of nasty rumors. What's this file?
This is a record that my subordinates compiled on the other ministers' actions. It contains all of their movements since before and after the incident.
According to this, on January 1st, between 12 a.m. and 6 a.m., when it supposedly occurred, the people without an alibi are Yugen Ushitora from the Ministry of Health, Kichiru Inugami from the Ministry of Justice, Teko Ion from the Ministry of Science. These three.
On the other hand, only Manji Fushito has an alibi. And I already told you about Fushito's alibi and mine. By the way, among these three without an alibi, the one who I suspect the most is Teko Ion from the Ministry of Science.
Huh? Why?
According to my intel, he's known the founder the longest. We can't rule out the possibility that he knew the founder like nobody else. Or he knows something about the founder's past. That may have been his motive.
The founder's past.
The details are unknown, even to me.
When she puts it that way, Teko Ion may indeed appear suspicious, but don't let her deceive you. She only wants you to get suspicious of him. So this book is about dissipative structure theory and regeneration or rebirth. It looks complicated. As per the second law of thermodynamics, ordered things move towards greater disorder. In other words, the universe is collapsing into chaos. There is no eternity there. All things with form will break. There is no use crying over spilled milk. However, rarely, with a small probability, the faintest order can emerge from chaos. It affects its surroundings, leading the affected things to create more order. The probability of the influences creating order in a chain reaction is never zero. This universe, progressing from chaos to order, contains motions that generate order, just as the order of life has emerged within the universe. Events deemed irreversible can exhibit reversibility when conditions align. Broken things can return to their original state. Spilled milk can return to the bowl. If that can be called a miracle, miracles do exist. A new order will be created. Scattered particles will converge there with a certain order. It's too complicated. I don't get it at all. Alright, well, I didn't realize chaos theory was suddenly going to be on the docket today. This book is about the end. We wait for the end in anticipation. A countdown echoing the footsteps towards the end, shown throughout the nation. We eagerly await the moment it reaches zero, the instant that humanity meets its end. Only then will we finally be able to find true peace. The Shuten order wants humanity to perish. Counting down to the day of their own extinction? They're out of their minds. Alright, I think that's everything we can look at, so let's start talking to Honoka. Your alibi is unchanged from you said before, right?
Yes. On January 1st, from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m., I was in front of the cathedral.
My body was discovered on January 6th at 7 a.m. in Central Park. There's quite a distance between the cathedral and the park. To top it off, I was seen on that day around midnight at the cathedral. She has an alibi for the time between midnight and 6 a.m., so she couldn't have killed me. She couldn't have carried my body to the park either. With this information alone, she could easily be removed from the list of suspects. Something's off. I used the power of God to find the culprit. You said you had been there together with Manji Fushicho from the Ministry of Security.
Yes, if you ask her, you'll see that I'm not lying.
I'll try to obtain supporting evidence later. What were you two talking about? Until morning at that.
We're both ministers. We have many topics to talk about. Or does it appear to you that we don't get along?
Well, yes.
You're so honest. I love that about you, too. You're right, there's no love between us. On that day, a National Foundation party was held in front of the cathedral. Manji had gotten drunk and tagged along with me. She was pestering me with questions like, are you really after the founder's seat? Is that why you have a monopoly on personal information? She pestered me non-stop, on and on and on until morning. I brushed her off and barely ended up responding to her.
Well, that's awkward enough just hearing about it.
But everything was true. As you know, I was getting ready for the coup.
Right, she wanted to take over the country for her own ideals. Moreover, my ideals as the founder and hers were conflicting. In short, the founder stood in her way, which is a clear motive for murder. Then she has to be the culprit. By the way, are you going to carry out the coup now?
Well, I still have a lot to prepare. I can't carry it out right away. I'll make it succeed for you, Mr. Shimobe. I'll change this country from the roots in order to hasten the end of the world.
She wants to quicken the end by brainwashing all the other members to go outside, right? I don't get it yet, but I know that it's dangerous. I'll leak the information while questioning Manji Fushicho and stop Honoka. Alright, is there anything else I need to look at? Maybe I just need to look at my stuff again. What else is in the notebook? The founder's coat was found in the bushes near the cathedral. It says that, but what's this coat?
The hooded outerwear worn by the founder during his prayer ceremonies.
Now that I think about it, I was wearing this outfit in the picture that I saw. But why was it found in the bushes? Did the founder take it off and throw it away? Or was it the culprit?
I'm sorry, but I don't know anything else. But if it was left in such a place, it's hard to believe it has nothing to do with this.
The founder's outfit discovered not far away from the place he was last seen. But how is it related? Anything else? Small parts of machinery were scattered in the prayer hall. What's the prayer hall?
The most sacred place in the cathedral. The founder offered prayers there. You didn't know?
I'm sorry, I don't know much about the cathedral.
Your modesty's a delight. Please press my love switch even harder.
By the way, what are those small parts of machinery?
We are currently analyzing what they are. They are probably parts of a droid.
A droid? That's a robot, right? There were cleaning robots or something in Central Park. Maybe a robot like those was broken or disassembled. I'm no machine expert, and I can't deduce anything unless I examine them. It seems like... Alright, that's it for the information from the cathedral. There was a knife, the founder's coat, and mysterious machine parts. Clue-like objects were all around the cathedral, huh? I can strongly sense the possibility that I was murdered there. If so, alibis aside, Honoka's suspicious as she was near the scene of the crime.
You're still suspecting me, aren't you? That's okay. It's a detective's job to be suspicious. And it gives me shivers to have you eye me with suspicion. Just let me say, don't forget you have to find out how the body was carried to where it was discovered.
It was discovered in Central Park, right? It's pretty far from the cathedral to Central Park.
how could it be carried to Central Park before 6 a.m. when it was discovered?
Honoka says she was at the square with Manji, so she couldn't have done that.
And that's not all. The area around the cathedral was the party venue. The order members were celebrating the Foundation Day until morning. There isn't a single information about anyone carrying something that big.
The body was chopped up, they could have put it in a bag.
Even if it's in pieces, it's still the weight of a body. It had to be heavy to carry. If they split it into smaller bags, they would have needed to go back and forth a few times. Someone would notice that. Even if cleverly hidden, no one can escape the Ministry of Education's surveillance.
I see. But Honoka could probably slip past the ministry's surveillance network. Anyway, finding how the body was transported may be the key to solving the case. If I can just figure that part out, I could solidify the case against Honoka. Huh? What's this drawing on the bottom of the map? Is it a side view of the country? But it looks like there's some sort of roof. Is there a plan to cover the whole country with a dome? If so, it's an enormous project.
You're wrong, Mr. Shinoe.
Right, there's no way something so absurd
This isn't a plan. It already exists.
exists. Huh? Where? Didn't I make the joke that there was a dome and that was how the weather could always be predicted? That was a stupid joke to make, and what do you mean it's true?
Above us, of course, in the skies of Shuten.
What?
The country of Shuten is covered within a dome, a giant hemispherical dome.
No way. So then this country is a sealed room? And its citizens are all trapped inside?
That's a misleading way to put it, but generally correct. But generally speaking, correct.
What about the blue sky and the starry one?
Like, I feel like I've been seeing it for the first time every day. It certainly is beautiful tonight. The end of the world seems like a lie. Inside the dome, an elaborate image is being projected. It's a piece of cake for our scientists.
Are you serious? I can't believe this. Still, I don't think it's a lie. There would be nothing in it for her to lie about this. Then it's true? If so, it's incredible. Too incredible.
You seem shocked at the news about the dome.
Huh? Maybe I shouldn't be so shocked. What if everyone knows about it?
It's understandable. This isn't information disclosed to just anyone.
I see. Right.
Even I only got to know the truth just a few years ago.
Huh? So even ministers don't know?
As far as I know, except for me, only 2 ministers know about the dome. Teko Ion from the Ministry of Science, who manages the dome, and the late founder.
Oh, so I knew. Well, of course I did. I'm the founder after all. The problem is Teko Ion. Is that childlike minister in charge of the dome alone? What about the people who built it? They know about it too, don't they?
The dome was constructed a very long time ago. I'm not sure if any of the builders are still alive.
Okay, we keep calling us the founder, and I've kind of been assuming that's just, like a title. But also, how old is this country? Because obviously, we can't be that old, in theory. Maybe the Ministry of Science is so cool that, they've figured it out, but... Huh? It's been here for that long? How advanced is the technology in this country? Still, why is such a dome necessary?
With common sense, the answer should be obvious, no?
Huh? Yeah, right. That's so obvious.
You truly are funny. It's obviously to defend the country from enemies.
Enemies? What enemies? I'm curious, but she said it's common sense, so I can't really ask.
Also, it's to shut out the collapsing world.
The collapsing world? But that's only within its borders. Outside, it's different. Currently, this world can't be inhabited due to serious environmental pollution.
This world is heavily affected by pollution and radiation.
Although it looks like the woods are spreading on the other side of the fence also. the outside world really dead? Maybe I can't tell just by how it looks. So the outside world really is devastated. Is the nature I've seen beyond the border an elaborate image as well? But it seems like it's true that this country is cut off from the outside by the dome. Okay. There's more information about the ministers, right? The situation when the founder's body was dismembered.
We ministers split the founder's dismembered body amongst ourselves for safekeeping. We cannot let his murder be publicly known, at least until we have found the culprit. When we were deciding who should keep which part, Tekoeon seemed to be looking for something on the head he cut, and also in other parts.
Looking for what?
Unfortunately, I don't know that much. I asked him about it, but he dodged it.
I see.
Also, others didn't notice, but he was hiding that he was flustered. Don't you think that's weird? That's one of the reasons why I suspect him.
Hmm. Is she saying that to cover herself too?
With that, I think I managed to share all the information about the incident.
Is that so? I have gotten some valuable info, but I still have nothing I can use to accuse Honoka. Nothing. Damn! I survived all that, but at this rate, I'm going to die at the break of dawn. No, I can't give up. I should go to the Ministry of Security and talk with Manji.
The date will change soon. It's time, Mr. Leishimobe. Shall we go?
Huh? Go? Where?
Hurry up, let's go.
Hey! Come on, where are we going? We only have a little bit more time. What do we do?
Shit.
All right, 12 a.m., January 5th. 164 remaining until the end of the world. All of the eyes are just so creepy. Huh? This is...
The presentation event. I told you about this so many times.
Yes, I heard about the event, but you told me that the Shuten Academy didn't exist.
The Academy doesn't, but the event is real. Every year, on the last day of celebrations, the Ministry of Education holds the event. It starts at midnight, so we can enjoy each other's artwork for the whole day. It's some kind of cultural festival in which any member can participate. But you already knew that, right?
Right. By the way, it seems like no one's here yet.
That's right. I used my power as a minister to gain exclusive use of this place for a while.
Exclusive use?
Well, I wanted to spend time with you, alone.
She's driving me nuts. I have to expose her crime, though. But when I see her like this, she seems like a normal young girl. She's no different from the me, Kika, and Yua who toyed with me these 3 days. But from my view, she's as good as guilty. Once I break her alibi, I'll condemn her. And to finish the ritual, you'll have to take your soul back from the culprit by killing the murderer. I may have to kill her.
What's wrong? You don't like being with me?
No, that's not the case. But I'm sorry. There's somewhere I need to go.
You need to go.
Yes. To meet Manji Fushicho at the Ministry of Security. Huh? Weird. The numbers suddenly... Aren't those numbers linked to the date? This no longer seems like days.
Mr. Shimobe?
Can I ask you something? What are all those numbers? I thought it was the number of days remaining until the end of the world.
Huh?
Am I wrong?
Mr. Shimobe, are you really a member of the Order? I'm surprised that there's someone who doesn't know.
Huh? What? Then what is it?
It's It's the number of humans? Humans? What? Excuse me?
So there's a fucking mass murderer out here who's just killing like 5 people in the last minute?
What? The number of humans who were still alive.
Uh, Wait a moment. What do you mean? I don't get it at all.
As the counter approaches zero, the day of the end we await comes closer. An end where worthless humans die and a perfect world is created. But I don't want to just sit and wait. If we go outside now, the end will come earlier. If I kill them myself, it'll put my heart at ease much sooner.
Oh my god, what the fuck is going on? Girl!
To do that, I'll override the cult members' thoughts, change their priorities.
Oh my god. What are you saying?
But the founder wouldn't let me do that. So I planned a coup. I will lead the order. Yes, blessed be the Shuten order.
Honoka Kokushikan. It really was her. She killed me.
Your love gives me the courage, Mr. Day. With you by my side, I could even kill God. Please, together we can.
Ah!
Mr. Day?
I'm going to the Ministry of Security now. Tell Monty Fushicho about you. Why are you laughing?
Oh, sorry. It's because you saying that you're going to the Ministry of Security.
What's so funny about that?
Huh? It's hilarious. There's no Ministry of Security anymore.
Huh?
It was destroyed long ago.
What did you do? No, you deceived me. You lied to me. Anyway, I need to go.
I see. That's a shame, Mr. Day. I can't believe this is where we part.
Huh? Well, that's not good.
Huh? What?
I I was stabbed. Uh, uh, uh.
Oh, how unusual. So you're that type. To think, one lacks the ability to bleed.
Huh? Bleed. She's right. Why isn't my body? No, whatever. Why did she stab me?
That's a real shame, Mr. Yu. I wanted to walk around the stalls and make some memories with you. But maybe it's better this way. Because now that I fell in love with you so deeply in such a short time, I can kill you.
Uh,
This is the finishing touch to my madness. I love you passionately, Mr. Deishinobe.
Wait.
Goodbye.
Oh, that's not just one stab. That was. Oh. So I think we failed God's trial. 12:22 a.m. January day. 142 remaining until the end of the world. Oh my god. We're losing people at an alarming rate. Shit. Uh, uh,
Oh gosh, this is terrible.
you look horrible. That's a serious injury. Imeru, Mikotore, help me. It's impossible to repair.
What a pity. So this time, finishing it is the only way.
Imeru, what are you talking about? We do feel sorry for you, and it really is a shame, but we can't leave your body.
Sorry, Day.
Oh, holy shit. Now you're gonna set me on fire? I've just been stabbed like 6 times, and now I'm being set on fire. What did I do to deserve this?
Don't be too disappointed. You did good.
Yes, you did what you had to do. You can be proud of yourself. The knowledge you've gained will be passed on to your next self. They will avenge you. So now, just rest.
Bye. I liked this ray too. See you again.
Meru, Mikotoru, my next self, this me, who did I do this for? Me? Kiko? Yua? Honoka? Is that it? Someone tell me. The choral music going out is just horrific. Thank you so much for that. Choice 1, Ministry of Education, Honoka Kokushikan route, and 1 of 5. To be continued. Fuck me. 7 a.m., January 2nd. 167 remaining until the end of the world. I remember when I thought that was days and I was horrified. Now I'm finding out that's people? What the fuck? Ugh. Uh-huh. Where am I?
Good morning, May. You awake?
Your reincarnation went well, as expected of the founder.
So, how about your memory? Do you remember what happened before this?
What happened before this was after I jumped off the rooftop, my body was engulfed in flames and I woke up here.
That's right. Exactly. The fact that you remember means that your memories have properly carried over.
Okay, so we don't fully remember what just happened to us. We're going back in time again to our first reincarnation. That's how reincarnation works. It's the power of God granted only to you as his chosen one. But the memories before that are still unclear. I don't remember anything about being the founder or anything else.
That's how it goes. Nothing has been resolved yet, and you're still in a temporary body.
I have the hiccups now, and of course, like, I need to read. Unless you clear God's trial, your resurrection will not be achieved. Of course, you remember about God's trial, don't you? Yes. The ritual to make my murderer confess their crimes.
That's right. If the culprit's confession reaches God, your memories and body will be restored, May, and you'll be resurrected back to normal.
Wait, didn't you say there was one more thing to do? About a soul or something? Yes, you remembered well. To finish the ritual, you'll have to take your soul back from the culprit. Take my soul? How? By killing the murderer. It's actually the most important part of the whole thing. The confession is only a part of the rite, preparation to identify who must be killed. Why do I have to kill them? I mean, what does killing the culprit have to do with taking back my soul? To explain that, I'll need to tell you about the Order's sacrificial rituals. Sacrifice? The Shuten Order seems crazier by the day. Was I really its founder? It's a long story, so I'll tell you another time. For now, it's enough that if you get that in the order, to die means to transfer your soul. To die is to transfer my soul? Natural death returns the soul to the world. You were killed, so it was taken. Obviously, you can't really revive without it. Still, killing someone... You mean you can't do it? Even though they killed you first? Well, that has a whole other meaning now that, Honoka just murdered me twice. Let me also add that not everyone who gets murdered can take God's trial. Only a chosen few, granted a reprieve from death by God, can attempt it.
I'm chosen?
Correct. Also, in that sense, you are required to see it through. But having to kill someone to come back to life sounds extreme. This ritual is nuts. Is there something wrong with me because I can't comprehend it? That's not important. Don't worry about that right now. The debate over whether to kill them can wait until we've identified who they are. You don't have any objections about finding them, do you?
Um, well,
The ritual won't start unless you find them. If you don't carry it out, your temporary body will be reduced to ashes. You will cease to exist and experience true death. The deadline is at dawn on January 5th. There are only 3 days left.
just 3 days. Don't worry. As long as you're with us, you won't have to face real death. No way.
But getting back to your murderer, it's highly likely that they are one of the top 5 ministers of the Shuten order. But considering the time left, investigating each minister is an impossible task.
What are we going to do?
We can choose the most suspicious one and snipe them out. Then, over the last 3 days, we gather incriminating evidence and make them confess.
Snipe them out.
But what if we get the wrong one?
No need to worry about that. We can simply use the power of God. If we do that, you'll only need one shot to pick out the culprit among the suspects.
Really? Only one shot?
That's right, because the power of God is absolute. There's no way you'll miss.
Every time she does that little pose, I'm like, she's gotta be God. There's gotta be a twist where we find out that she's been God the whole time. I don't know if that's true, but I don't know. It seems realistic, right? Are you serious? Good grief. Wouldn't it be about time to start trusting in the power of God? You just risked your life to get info on the truth, and you came back here, didn't you? With that divine protection, you should be able to pinpoint who the culprit is.
But remember, you only get one chance. Make sure to gather evidence within these 3 days.
Well, that didn't help me this time. Now choose the culprit from among the 5 top ministers. You should already know which minister is the murderer. This is a task only you, with the power of God, can do, identifying the culprit. I'm the only one who can do it, identifying the culprit.
Hurry! Decide who the culprit is.
The name of the culprit is predestined. Reveal it here. Okay, I'll give it a try. My murderer is... The murderer of the founder of the Shuten order is... Alright, arrow time. All right. What now? Okay, so we know it's not Honoka now. Okay, so let's sort of recap what we've got to try to figure out who do we want to do next. So, Inugami is suspicious, just because Inugami was the one who found the body. He's also a wild card. We know that he's some sort of like drug addict kind of thing. So that's what we've got on him. Yugen Ushitora is suspicious because he's got the knife. So we don't know why he has the knife. And that's a good question. He also seems to be the one that is the most sort of into making sure that we are, how do you say it? Like, that the order gets along with each other, right? We saw that in the first scene. So, he's suspicious. Teko Ion had Honoka throw in some strays. But, the other thing about Teko Ion is that they have known us the longest. So, he might know a little bit about us that we don't know, which might be helpful as we go further on. And Manji Fushicho, here's the thing. So if Honoka really was the murderer in the last one, Manji Fushicho was her alibi. Now, I don't know if the crime is going to change every time, right? Because assuming that we're talking about using the power of God, and if the power of God is correct, that that's who did it, then obviously Honoka can't do it in every single route. But I don't know that we actually got proof that Honoka did it herself. It feels a little bit like we maybe have a Murder on the Orient Express kind of situation where all of them are guilty in some way, but they're all at each other's throats. So, ugh. All right, what do we want to do next? I keep saying we, and I realize that I am talking to myself at the moment. So we're talking like royal we, I guess. Question is, do we go off of what we already know and try to expand it that way? Or do we go with what we know least about, which I would argue is Inugami? Because here's the thing. So Inugami we don't know anything about. So that would sort of open up a new area. Yugen Ushitora, I think I'm going to hold off on. Because despite the fact that he is suspicious because of the knife, I don't really have any other real reason to suspect him. And also it'd be real fucking easy to figure it out if he's the one with the murder weapon. Tekoyon, I'm interested in because I want to know more about us. And I want to know our sort of relationship. And Manji Fushicho would give us more information about what we just learned from Honoka, right? Because if they were in the same place at the same time, then we might get another perspective on what happened. You know what? We're gonna do Tekoyon. So, a terrorist attack occurs at the research lab where Teko Yon serves as director, a place where important national secrets are kept hidden. Teko tries to repel the terrorists. However, in order to get him to confess, you must first solve the case. Our game genre is going to be multi-perspective adventure. Let's do it. I don't know what multi-perspective adventure means. All right, I will now take what you treasure most. I told you an emergency prioritization is crucial. All right, and we're gonna actually end here. I know that it's a little bit earlier than I've been trying to do, but we've chosen our route, so next video we'll just be able to get right into Tekoyon and have that nice sort of break in between. Thanks so much for hanging out. All of these are pre-recorded, so I'd love to hear what you're hearing, what you are thinking as we go through these routes. Please feel free to, leave comments to discuss and everything. Probably won't influence the routes and how things are being played, just because I should point out it is September 14th, and these are coming out October, November. So in theory, I'll already be done with the game by the time you start giving me comments, but I still want to know, do you think I'm completely off? Let me know. Thanks so much for hanging out, and see you again soon.